dash. Yeah. Honey, I dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. Stop me, tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me, celebrate, I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man the man, oh deal with the hands, thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans, I do what I want, they do what they can, got it on smash, foot on the gas, I will not crash, honey y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me, celebrate, I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man the man, oh deal with the hands, thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans, I do what I want, they do what they can, got it on smash, foot on the gas, I will not crash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL leads us to a snow-covered Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Look at the line. We're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Hold up.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't. Hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
3 down, 3 down. Check 9, check 9.
They run for the first time with Benny Snell. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Benny Snell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Lucky.
2nd down, McKinnon. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
On 2nd down, this is Cammett. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down right around the 37. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
57. Mike, 57. I got it. Shoot.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he connects with Vance McDonald. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Don't get nervous. Yo, go.
2nd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Check 37. Check 37. Pilot, 64. Weak. Let's go, D. Big series right here.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 more there and another first down.
Couple.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Cut. He's coming. Down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Benny Snell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get there. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run with Cannon. And he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling, right? The right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you, you got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense, let's go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He finds McKinnon, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
58 to Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Ready. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, watch the leg. Say, 81. Set up.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Stop your whining. Check. Crack. X3. 218. Chopper. Get it.
On second down, it's Snell. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
A 1-yard pickup brings up third
Hey,
and
Team
8.
6. Team 6.
They'll set up a throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26. They'll run on first down. Snell trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tim Williams makes the tackle.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On second down now, Snell. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
132 fighter.
They're going to look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Benny Snell on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On second down, McKinnon. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Jackson looking to throw on third. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll look to throw now on first down. Completes it to Dixon. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Get it.
Dixon complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey, Sam off.
Back to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 70th catch for him on the year. And like so many others, this goes for a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
San Justo. 61, match blocker, fight.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Boy, just as they thought they were going to add to their lead, the rug gets pulled from right underneath them on that pick. And now after that big return, might be the other sideline grabbing the lead.
Yeah, very well could be. This is where you count on your defense to go out and make, I'm not going to call it a miraculous stop, but make it very difficult for them to get the ball in the end zone.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. In the backfield, standing alone on 2nd and goal is McKinnon.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
He'll get it up the middle, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Jerick McKinnon with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 2nd and 5. And McDonald here over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This quarterback now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. Snell on the shotgun handoff. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They're going to run again with Snell. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down now. It's Cannon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
1st and 10 at the 31.
Back to Cannon again on first down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
With the score, Steelers 21, Ravens 17.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Snell going to try the right side. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Down. 18 Gator.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 14. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through. Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now here's Snell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
On first down, McKinnon. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. From the 40 now on second down. Jackson dancing to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short. The Ravens on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. Powers ahead at the 45. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Here's Jackson on third down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. All right, they're going on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's third down. The Steelers on third down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first,
has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see. Now Brown, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Hey, Alpha. Snap.
They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He's going to loft one deep left side here, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking
and he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Matt Judon. In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Benny Snell taking it in. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to go down again. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Watch the twist.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. This will be caught by Brown. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the rough season continues as they plunge to 1-13. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.